That's a nice shot. Meeting it with a full face of the bat. So Grant Flower off the mark. Just the one slip for Craig Wishart. Oh, and he's gone. That ball just stopping a little bit and perhaps some leg cut there. That's a disappointing start for Zimbabwe. Craig Wishart has been in pretty good touch, but he's out to a simple catch in the covers.
It's a good delivery by Pushpa Kumara, just on line, ball kicking up a bit, and a very simple catch to Mahanama. Zimbabwe 3 for 1.
Nicely played into the gap. The outfield running quite quickly. And here's an example of how well they run between wickets. A comfortable 3.
Outside off stump and well played. That was over pitched a little wide and allowed a free hit there for Flower, which he executed very well.
That delivery was screeching for punishment, and Andy Flower gave that effectively, promptly and productively. Came out of his crease and smashed it gloriously through the offside to the boundary for 4.
That's nicely played. He's hit that one through the gap on the offside. Over pitched it was, and it's running away over this fast outfield for 4. Lovely shot. Having said that, it was a full toss.
Juicy full toss there from Pushpa Kumara, just a bit wayward, and Andy Flower doesn't spare those. Out he comes and classically drives that through the gap in the covers to the deep extra cover boundary for 4. Beautiful shot by Andy Flower. Andy Flower, who's now facing Ravindra Pushpa Kumara, bowling from the pavilion end.
We smashed that one down the ground. That's another good shot. I think every now and again it's footwork that's doing it for him. He sets himself to get down the wicket, and on that occasion did it absolutely superbly. Very nearly cleaned up his brother at the other end.
And that is way over the top. And that's a storming shot.
Zimbabwe showing signs of adding momentum. And a fine shot there, coming down the wicket and heaving it over the bowler into the stands.
Well, he seemed to get himself way off balance there, but it's safe enough. Pick the vacant area in front of square, and that's 4 for Andy Flower.
A good shot there by Andy Flower, taking his chances, Muralidharan giving it a little bit of air. Andy Flower picking it up on the half volley, and ball down to the square leg boundary.
That looks close indeed, he's gone. Steve Dunn gives him the finger, and the end of a very good over from Kalpagi, and the end of Grant Flower for 28.
That's fine bowling by Kalpagi. His nagging line paying off. Grant Flower a little bit impatient and hit low down on the thigh, certainly right in front.
So Zimbabwe 68 for 2. That's gone up in the air, and this could well be out. He's got it. It's the newcomer, Chandana, under it. He got it at the second attempt. He made ground well, but I thought he'd let it loose, and then he got it at the second attempt. But this is disaster, I'm afraid, for Zimbabwe.
That's a great catch by Upul Chandana. Just see him getting under it, the ball lobbing out of his hands, but catching on to it the second occasion.
Zimbabwe are 73 for 3. That single takes Zimbabwe to 82 for 3. Always when Sri Lanka are playing, you'll find some music. That's a good shot. One bounce and over the rope.
There's the shot, very well hit and very well placed too.
And caught. Tilakaratne there in the covers, taking that catch. Really, it was a bit of a thrash from Paul Strang. He tried to belt the ball rather than scientifically hit it over the top of the covers.
And getting out playing that shot. A good catch that was hit hard but went straight to him. And Paul Strang got the Lakaratna bowled Kalpage. 11 off 23 deliveries.
There's the 100 up for Zimbabwe at the end of the 29th over.
Full toss, and that one is dispatched without any fuss or problems by Guy Whittall to the square leg boundary for 4.
Yes, he's been looking for the sweep shot, and that one right off the middle of the bat, and indeed it got umpire done at square leg, just moving away to his left nice and quickly. Off the edge, and that'll go down to third man. And it'll go all the way as well. Into the fence for 4. He tried to cut it away, didn't quite get it off the meat of the bat.
That's gone up in the air, and that is a very useful 6. Bisected the 2 men out, and Guy Whittall launches there, and that's just what was needed at the time.
Yes, the Zimbabwean certainly sensing the need for urgency there, but that's Guy Whittall coming down the wicket to a rather flighted delivery by Muralidharan. Muralidharan giving a little bit of air, and the ball hitting the sideboards. Clean shot, going right through with it, and the full blade.
Kalawatharana with a direct hit, and yes, we're going to go for the replay.
Kalawatharana certainly showing a lot of agility there. That's quickly onto it, and a good throw. Campbell well in though.
He's gone. Mistimed it. He was living dangerously, but Muralidharan reaches forward, and that's the end of Guy Whittall. He got a little chance in the last few minutes, but you can see he just mistimed the pitch there and checked on his shot at leading edge, and he's out. Good catch again from Muralidharan.
Cotton ball Muralidharan, Zimbabwe 157 for 5.
It's gone up in the air, and it looks like it's going to be out. Atapatu, the fielder, and Muralidharan again struck. His 9th wicket so far in this tournament, and well, that's the end of Campbell for 30.
Zimbabwe certainly losing Campbell at a very vital stage. Campbell going after the bowling, and that's Atapatu, a very well judged catch, not failing with it.
So Zimbabwe 164 for 6.
Well, he's hit that one down the ground. This will go all the way. That's a big hit. Yes, they needed that one.
I think they would feel if they can get to 210, 215, then they've given themselves at least a chance to win the match if they bowl well. And obviously if they can get Aravinda de Silva out cheaply.
It's got him. Yes, he's out stumped. That was outside off stump. He was giving himself a little bit of room there to try and get it away through the offside field. The ball outside off stump, beat the outside edge of the bat, and a tidy stumping by Kalawatharana.
It's been either the wrong or the top spinner there from Chandana. It's done the trick. Villian has gone for 22. Zimbabwe 197 for 7.
Got him. Well caught. Firmly struck straight to mid-wicket, and that was nicely taken. Roshan Mahanama fielding at mid-wicket. Matched onto that one. He doesn't drop many, actually. And so that is the end of that innings. It was actually hit pretty well. Went to Mahanama very quickly. And so just went with the ball. Took the catch nicely. Zimbabwe 198 for 8. Oh, and that was close. Yes, got him. Just for a second, I thought it may just have pitched outside leg stump, but he got himself quite a long way across, and umpire done, no hesitation there. That was the end of that.
Andy Whittall going a long way across. Still might have been a bit stiff. I think it could have pitched outside leg stump.
So 201 now for 9. 5 balls to go in this innings. That's in the air, and this is going to be out. Yes, he's got him. So that's the end of the innings. The Zimbabweans bowled out with just 2 balls to go for 203. Well, there's the Zimbabwe card. Not a pretty picture, really, although they did scramble for some runs, which resulted in that 203 being the total. He's got that one through the offside field. That's a nice shot from Roshan Mahanama. Beautifully placed, and it's gone all the way to the fence for 4.
Long strider, Atambanazzo, and on that occasion he produced one right in the slot for Mahanama, and he was able to square drive it to the ropes.
That's a good shot. That's the first one he's really got onto, and in one foul swoop he's scored more runs than he's scored in the rest of the tournament. He's had a go at that one, and he's hit it straight to extra cover. Well, that's a tragedy really for the little fella. So the sad looking Kaluwith walks off the ground.
Very good catch by Heath. He's a good athlete for a big man. Took that catch extremely well. It was hit hard and wide of him to the right. Sri Lanka 14 for 1.
Well, that's well played. He's got that one through the field, and that'll go for 4. So good timing there by Mahanama.
He's done well to find the gap there, because gully is quite deep and pretty square. And then Paul Strang at deep point, but he wasn't able to cut it off.
As that one steered away through the offside. Very loose delivery. Will it get to the fence? Probably. Well, I think it's probably a 4. Yes, I think that's Strang down there indicating that he touched it as he was going over the rope.
Oh, there's a glorious shot. And anyone in the ground would have delighted in that, not just his father. That really was top class from Roshan Mahanama.
A delightful cover drive. Couldn't see very much better than that. As soon as the ball was in the slot, Roshan Mahanama just leaning into it. Head leading and the shoulder following. Everything in place.
Every over that goes by without a wicket and the runs trickling along, the match edges even more Sri Lanka's way. Especially when they latch on to the bad ball like that. And Atapattu has another boundary. End of the 14th over. Sri Lanka moving on then to 52 for 1. Oh, it's going to be a run out. Terrible mix-up between Mahanama and Atapattu, and that's the end of Marvin Atapattu, and all you can say is what a waste.
It was indeed a waste, the dismissal of Atapattu. Atapattu driving firmly on the back foot. 2 extra cup. Mahanama waiting for the interception, not really starting off. Atapattu continuing with the shot and unable to get back. So Sri Lanka have lost a second wicket for 59.
That's a nice late cut by Mahanama. Absolutely exquisite late cut. You don't see many of those these days, but Mahanama is a classicist, and that streak to the boundary for 4. Mahanama now goes on to 41. And he's out, cotton bowled, absolutely simple catch, and Paul Strang has those for breakfast. That's the wicket they wanted. Roshan Mahanama out to a ball which probably stood up just a bit on him.
It's, I think, a reward for a change in tactics here. Paul Strang coming around the wicket, realising that Mahanama likes to play on the onside, and there he's trapped him by getting the leading edge. Mahanama gone for 42, it's 69 for 3. There's a few nervous Pakistan fans around the ground at the moment.
That should be out. Yes. Caught by Flower, trying to go for the square cut, edging it, and Andy Flower takes a very confident, comfortable catch, and Paul Strang has struck again Arjuna Ranatunga is on his way, and that is the wicket I'm sure they wanted. They just need one or couple of more, and then they would be right back in the game. Sri Lanka at the moment 69 for 4.
Well, that big slowdown there is because they've only scored 3 runs in the last 6 overs. And Strang has done superbly well. That's nicely played. It's running the way down towards fine leg. And again, desperate dive and lunge and over the rope down there. But unfortunately, that one's got away and has gone for 4.
That gives you an idea of how Zimbabwe have pulled Sri Lanka back. Oh, an underneath edge. That'll be disappointing for the bowler.
Fortune favours the brave. There's De Silva slashing at that delivery of Guy Whittall, a slower delivery. The ball's cutting a bit, getting the inside edge and getting past wicket-keeper Andy Flower, who had no chance.
And that's drifted offside, rarely. And Tilakaratne wades into it.
It's a classical batsman, Tilakaratne. Andrew Whittall there. And Tilakaratne there, off the front foot, just creaming that one away into the gap, through the covers, 4 runs. Beautiful shot.
Chance in the outfield here, and Guy Whittall has picked up a good victim. He's got rid of Tilakaratne. So an important wicket there for Zimbabwe. Edo Brandes, the fieldsman in the deep, who's taken the catch. And Tilakaratne, after an innings, has finally holed out in the outfield. It's Viljoen, in fact, the outfielder, and Sri Lanka now 131 for 5. Well, he's fetched that round and fetched it well. A couple. Viljoen, the fielder. Yes. And that's gone miles in the air. He's going to be out, I think. Yes, he is. And Madabanatsu takes the catch. And that's the end of Kalpagi. And Whittall strikes the other Whittall this time.
So there it is, an effort to get on with the job. Kalpagi lofting that one up. Up she went, and Matambanatsu stationing himself, judging that catch well and taking it competently. Kalpagi is on his way for 7 of 15 deliveries, and Sri Lanka are 148 for 6. With the arrival of Chandana, the tale has begun.
Yes. Words is a clairvoyant from Chishti Mujahid. And that's the end, I'm afraid, of Chandana. Andy Whittall strikes for the second time in an over.
There it is, he went onto the back foot and heard the death rattle behind him. And why he waited was just because he was upset at being out. He's out for a duck bowled by Andy Whittall, and Sri Lanka are 149 for 7 and now in a bit of a soup.
He's gone. Heath's streak has struck middle stump. That's the end of Muralitharan. And again, Aravinda can only look on as wickets tumble the other end. And it's now looking almost a certainty that Zimbabwe are going to win this match.
Beautiful delivery, and that is a look from the stump eye view.
You better duck. Yes, that made a right mess.
There we go, he's whacked that one away. Is he going to be out caught? I think he might be. That's it, all over. Aravinda has holed out a deep long on, and the reason for that, some superb bowling really. That was a tremendous effort. Brandes keeping it right up in the block hole, leaving Aravinda with absolutely no option but to have a go.
Very good delivery by Brandes. Aravinda moving away, Brandes keeping on at him, and Aravinda holding out too long on. So it's all over by the shouting. Sri Lanka sees the end of Aravinda, 9 wickets down for 151.
On the pad, and that's it, out WW. Well, what a good victory this has been. for the Zimbabweans. De Silva trying to turn that one away on the onside. I suspect it must have pitched on leg stump, because umpire Dunn gave him out very quickly.